So your app just blew up. I mean, the traffic is going through the roof. Is this the moment you've been waiting for? Or is it the start of a complete and total disaster? Well, today we're going to talk about how to make sure it's the good kind of explosion by mastering one of the cloud's biggest superpowers, elasticity. Okay, so picture this, right? Your app gets this huge shout out. Maybe you hit the front page of some popular site, or maybe it's just your regular 8 p.m. peak. The traffic is just surging. This is the big one. It's the moment you and your team have been grinding for. But the real question is, are you really ready for it? Because let's be honest, that amazing surge of attention, it can flip into a very public, very embarrassing meltdown in just a few seconds. If you're not prepared, that big moment you dreamed of, it turns into your biggest nightmare, and it's all happening live for everyone to see. And yeah, this is what that chaos actually looks like. Servers start crashing, your users, they're getting nothing but error pages. And trust me, they are heading straight to social media to let you know about it. Every single second you're down, that's revenue just vanishing. And your engineers, they're in full-on red alert panic mode. It is painful to watch, but here's the thing. It's also completely avoidable. But, there is a much better way. The solution is actually built right into the cloud itself. It's called elasticity. And honestly, it really is a superpower. It's what lets you go from that frantic chaos to being in complete control because it automatically matches your resources to what you need right now. So what is elasticity really? Well, in simple terms, it's just your system's ability to automatically add or remove resources, servers, containers, whatever, exactly when they're needed. I love this analogy. Think of a really smart grocery store. Instead of just guessing how many cashiers to have on duty, this store automatically opens and closes checkout lanes based on how long the lines are getting. It's super efficient, it's responsive, and it's always just right for the number of customers. Now, it's super easy to get elasticity confused with its cousin, scalability, but they are totally different things. See, scalability is all about long-term planning. It's like deciding to build a whole new wing on that grocery store. It's a big, manual project that takes months to plan and execute. Elasticity, on the other hand, is all about the here and now. It's automated, it's dynamic, it's what handles that sudden lunch rush or the Black Friday madness, reacting in minutes, not months. Okay, so the theory sounds amazing, right? But how do we actually do it? Well, the good news is AWS gives us this awesome toolkit to build elasticity right into our apps. The key, as always, is picking the right tool for the right job. Let's take a look. If you're running a more traditional app, you've got EC2 auto-scaling, which adds or removes whole virtual servers for you. If you're on the modern containerized side of things, you can use ECS or EKS to scale individual tasks, which is way faster. And then there's the magic of AWS Lambda. With Lambda, elasticity is just baked right in. It's serverless. You don't manage anything, it just scales up and down for you automatically. Pretty cool. All right, so having these tools is great, but how do they know when to kick in? The system isn't psychic, right? It can't just guess. It needs triggers. It needs real numbers, real metrics to tell it exactly when it's time to scale up or scale back down. Just think about a typical day for any popular app. At 6 a.m., it's probably pretty quiet. Then, boom, the lunch rush hits at noon. Things get even crazier during the evening peak around 8 p.m. And by 2 in the morning, it's a ghost town again. A truly elastic system has to breathe with that daily rhythm. It's got to scale up for those peaks, but, and this is just as important, it has to scale back down during the lulls so you're not wasting money. And these are basically the senses of your system. These metrics are your triggers. The classic one is CPU utilization. If your servers are working too hard, you just add more. Simple. You can also watch things like the length of a request queue. If that queue starts getting too long, that's your signal to scale up. Or you can get really clever and create custom metrics, like maybe the number of users currently logged in. These numbers are what give your auto-scaling policies the signal to jump into action. So here's a really crucial point. Just implementing elasticity isn't as simple as flipping a switch. It's all about finding that perfect balance, what I like to call the Goldilocks zone. Because getting this balance wrong costs you money, one way or another. If you underscale, well, your app falls over and you lose users and their trust. But if you overscale, if you're running way more servers than you actually need, you're literally just burning cash on resources that are sitting idle. The real goal is to hit that sweet spot right in the middle, perfect performance, but at the best possible cost. So the big question is, how do you find that zone? Well, You don't guess. You definitely don't want to guess. You follow a proven 4-step blueprint that gets your auto-scaling totally ready for production. And here it is. It's a cycle. First, you have to test. Use load testing tools to throw a fake traffic spike at your app before a real one ever hits. Second, you tune. Based on what you learned from the test, you adjust your scaling policies, tweak those CPU thresholds, change the cooldown periods. Third, you monitor. Watch how it behaves in the real world with tools like Amazon CloudWatch. And finally, you iterate. This is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. Elasticity is a continuous loop of refining and tweaking to keep everything perfectly tuned to your actual user traffic.
And when you get right down to it, this is the whole philosophy behind it. When you master elasticity, you reach this beautiful state where you are paying for exactly what you need, precisely when you need it. Not a penny more, not a server less. It's basically the ultimate promise of the cloud, made real.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about for your own setup. Right now, is your infrastructure a powerful asset ready to handle anything you throw at it? Or is it a fragile liability just kind of waiting for that next traffic spike to bring it to its knees? The cool thing is, with elasticity, that choice is completely up to you. Thanks for joining this explainer.